Okay, so where can you find these healing foods? Well, I'm not going to give you a list because I think that would do you a disservice, because then you would focus on that list and you would think that everything else was not important. But I want you to think in broad categories. And this is how I teach nutrition to my patients. I don't, micromanage and say, okay, these are the foods you must eat. I want you to eat mostly plants, because you will flood your body with these polyphenols that are antioxidants. And, we're only talking about polyphenols today. That's just one group of healing molecules. There's so many more out there. So eating plants gives you lots of vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients. And when you look at this, the red tomato and the, watermelon squash, I forget what it's called, but look at all those colors, the pink and the green. Those are healing molecules. So eat mostly plants, maybe at least 80%. You don't have to become a vegan, vegetarian, but cutting down on animal products and upping the vegetables helps a lot. Find foods and eat them as they grow in nature, right? Dirt is good for you. I mean, yes, wash those carrots, but don't go crazy about making things sterile, right? So avoiding processed packaged foods is actually a really good place to start. And you're never going to get to 0% processed foods, but the more we can avoid them, the better. So think about what you see at the farmer's market, the natural foods that are laid out straight from the farm, right? So always think about that. Am I buying this food as it grew in nature, or did somebody do something to it? I was at Trader Joe's yesterday and you see all the chopped up vegetables. If you have fatigue and you need to have stuff pre-chopped for you, by all means do it. But if you can chop it yourself, it's probably better, okay? And then go for color. Look at just the range of colors in just these tomatoes, right? So when you're at the store, pick some rainbow chard, and when you're going to buy carrots, buy the package with all the different colors rather than just the orange. Bell peppers that are all the different colors. So really go for color, because those are those healing molecules just screaming at you, because that's where a lot of these polyphenols, for example, live. And finally, go for variety. Don't get in the rut of eating the same 15, 20, 30 foods. Being plant-based isn't just about fruits and vegetables. It's about nuts and seeds, beans and legumes, maybe some whole grains, although that doesn't have to be a major component. Here are some underutilized groups: spices, full of antioxidants and anti-inflammatory molecules, and also tea that is, natural. Hopefully you get the loose tea, full of these compounds, okay? So I could give you a list like this and say, go buy everything on this list and eat it. But I think that gets us into this reductionist thinking of this is all there is. So if you go back and think about let me just kind of go through them one more time. You're going to eat mostly plants as they grow in nature, looking for color, and going for variety. I know that sounds really simplistic, but that's really where I think is a good place to start. And then you on your own will think about how to make that work for you. Maybe we all have different cultural influences. We have different taste preferences. Maybe we have food sensitivities. So you're going to pick and choose what works. But if you can stick within those 4 broad recommendations, I think that'll get you far.